maybe in our world here, there lives a happy little mountain.
So in the last video, we left off with still needing to do a lot of sanding on the bus. But instead of boring you with that, I decided not to film it, and I just went ahead and finished sanding the front and the back of the bus. And then I did some touch-up sanding on the side. So all the priming is done at this point, except for the front and the back. Now that most of the sanding and priming is all the way done, we can finally start waterproofing the bus, which was the whole point of all this to begin with. In this time-lapse video, you can see Aaron applying silicone to all the seams of metal on the outside of the bus where the sheet metal meets and it has been riveted together. In another video, I did mention that a lot of this was leaking in the past. While Aaron was doing this, I went ahead and continued cleaning off some of the old caulking from the windows on the inside of the bus. But then two of my friends showed up, and instead of boring them with cleaning off old caulking on the windows, we decided to go ahead and tape off the front of the bus. And we went ahead and primed it, and then as you can see here, Aaron is painting it, and this will be the final color of the front of the bus. No more school bus yellow, real yellow. You'll have to wait and see what we do with the sides of the bus later. So the next day I came back out and continued cleaning off the windows. I think this is actually the third video that I'm mentioning cleaning these windows off. It was not exactly a difficult task or a labor-intensive task, but it was definitely a time-consuming task. And you can definitely see that in this time lapse. All the other times that I was cleaning off the windows, it was kind of here and there in between doing other things, but at this point, it just needed to be done, so I spent an entire evening one day working on it, and then the next morning the next day. So you can see the time pass by watching the light on the floor move. And again, this was really important to do because, as I mentioned many times in the past, every single window on this bus leaked water when it rained. And that's obviously not ideal, so we needed to remove all the old caulking so that we could replace it with new caulking. After I finished removing all the old caulking from the windows, I took them outside, power washed them, and scrubbed them down because they were extremely dirty.
There lives a happy little mountain.
After I finally finished cleaning off all the windows and the windowsills, I was able to go ahead and sand the windowsill. And then I wiped it clean and primed it so that it was ready to paint. Later that evening, I went ahead and taped off the back of the bus, and when Aaron got home, he painted it for me. And here you can see him removing all the tape from the bus. So the front of the bus is now yellow and the back of the bus is now yellow, which might seem a little bit silly after all the work we put into sanding it and priming it, but I really wanted the school bus to still look like a school bus. So I finally finished cleaning the windows that I'm gonna keep. So here you can see a clean one compared to one here that has not been cleaned. Definitely not perfect, but I am very happy with the results. In the middle of cleaning these windows, I realized how difficult and how much work it actually was to clean off the windows and scrape all the caulking out. So I decided to work smart instead of working hard, and we laid out our final floor plan so that we could figure out how many windows we actually needed to keep. The rest of them I did not clean. So let me show you what we put together for a floor plan. And as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can also follow Bluebird Parkway on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.